Hey guys, it's Dan here, and this is part 4 of the Batman build. I'm going to do a quick update on the utility belt. I made these tubes that go next to the belt buckle, as you can see here, and we're going to see how I did it. So for these tubes, I designed them to be basically the same dimensions as the one that are in the Thingiverse model, but everything that I printed was scaled up 1.6% to make it match the size of the belt buckle. And as you can see, I have these recesses in this tube right here, and that just makes it so I print multiple of these caps and glue one end to each end. And on the bigger tube, there's a chamfer on the bottom, and you just put this cap on here. This is one separate piece, as you can see in the bodies. We have those all be a separate piece, and then that's a separate piece. So these tubes are all printed by themselves. That clip's printed by itself, and then each one of these is printed also. So I printed out 8 of these pieces. Two of these, because there's 2 clips. 2 of these and 2 of these. 4 of these, 2 of these. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You just print out as many as you need. You glue them together and paint them. The one thing I had a problem with when painting is that I glued these on before I painted them. And that means I had to put paint on every single part without it having like a really good place to dry. So it was like trying to stack them and stand them up. And it was just sort of a nightmare trying to paint these, honestly, the tubes. So I would suggest that you paint the tubes individually and then glue the caps on afterwards, after you paint both parts. Because then you can like hold the end where this paint doesn't matter. You can hold this and it doesn't matter. Like you could even tape that off and put like a hole in there and like glue a dowel rod in there to hold the piece so you could paint it. It would make everything just a whole lot easier, because these don't really balance that well when you're trying to spin them on a platform to paint. They just fall over. It's just an all-around mess. So yeah, paint them and then glue them on. The clip was pretty easy to paint because I just would, as you see in the video, glued those pieces on and then painted them. And then after I was done, I inserted these and glued everything together. It was pretty simple. This clip back here is a small version of the bigger one, and I just used this one for the wings that go next to the belt buckle. Yeah, so I hope everything made sense, and let's see how I printed them out. Okay, so one problem I had is I originally printed these full size, and I designed them not accounting for paint. So as you can see on the scale, I scaled these to 1.06 in the X and the Y, but Z, so the height is still 1. And that means it's going to be the same height. It just means it's going to be wider in both of these directions, which makes these holes bigger, and that makes it so the paint has more room. That's something you should probably think about if you're going to be making this. Okay guys, so this is the next part of the utility belt build. I have these things that are apparently just tubes that are on its utility belt, as shown in this picture here. I don't know, but let's go let's go ahead and just line these up so I can glue these mounts onto these clips that I have. These clips are for sliding onto the belt, and the mounts are going to go onto this, as you'll see real soon. I'm just going to slide them on here to make them all line up. Line them up with these. Apply glue to this piece and stick them on. Yeah, then just hold that on there. Let that dry up. I'm going to do that to the rest, and then I'm going to paint these silver since the piece is silver and these are gold. I just did this so I could paint them without having to mask. Designed and modeled everything so I wouldn't have to mask something and so I could put a mount on it. It's pretty silly when they already had files made, but oh well. So there's that one. I'm going to do the rest and then that should be it. Alright, so here are the pieces. I'm going to slide the gold tubes out, get everything painted up silver, and we should be good. Okay guys, so now the silver paint is dried. I'm going to just insert these, put a little bit of glue in them, and hope that it all just works out. There you go. This one should be about centered, and then this one's top of this tube should be lined up with the top of that, so I'm going to glue these on first. And with these, they're mirrors of each other. One's left side, one's right side. The twisty tube, I think, goes on the outside portion. So these could be backwards. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't matter because one side's that. And glue it on the back. A couple spots. Just going to smear that around and recenter it. Yeah, so this is going to be lined up. As you can see, it's lined up like that. Don't ask me why, that's just how it is in the game. Just wiggle it back and forth, get the glue on those different parts. Line it up. Perfect. So that one's drying. Let's get this one on. We should be golden. Awesome. All right, now we just let these dry. Oh, that's backwards. We'll let these dry. Oh, what's upside down? All right, so we just let these dry, and we will get to putting that on the belt, and then once everything's on the belt, you can leather stuff. Hey, thanks again for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a like and leave a comment below. You can check out one of my other builds, maybe a Batman build or another build over here. And don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. No, really. Iron Man is so much better than Batman.